Sick 'em Bears! Let's go! Yeah!
I can't even describe it to you. I drove all the way from Houston. My son is a student at Baylor, and I've watched every game in the Final Four. Sick 'em Bears. This is the best thing that's ever happened to Baylor, and I am so excited to be here.
We're so happy to be here, and we are so happy for Baylor and the state of Texas. Especially feels good to know that for the past, since the 60s, Texas, the whole state hasn't done this in men's basketball.
We're just so proud of the character, not only the athletic ability of the team, but we're just so proud of the character of every one of those players and the coaches. We're thankful they came back for another year to win the championship, and through God's direction, they were able to accomplish that. Sick 'em Bears.
Oh, it feels great. I mean, what a time to be alive and to be a Bear. The culture of joy, to bring back a national championship to Waco. Scott Drew, he deserves all of this. 18 years, he's done a tremendous job at Baylor, and he brought it home. So I'm just proud of him. Proud of the young men, and just all the fans and alumni at Baylor University.
Being a Baylor fan, it's always been about family. And for it to come home to here, to represent the nation to see, and to give the Christ example in the Baylor way, it just means a lot. Some things are just more than sports.
How about them Bears? Hey, first and foremost, we got to give God all the honor and glory. Give him a round of applause. I'm not going to fall off. I'm good. Oh, yeah. Second of all, none of this is possible. Now, I need you to get rowdy. None of this is possible without all these guys pouring in all them hours, building the foundation for this program so these guys could bring us our first national championship. Give them a round of applause.
Man, I learned a lot from these guys in practice. Just everything about it. They encourage me every day on and off the course, so I'm just grateful for that. But next year, we're going to be back. We're going to be back.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
It was awesome. Just being around all these guys, admin, staff, players, everybody made it awesome. It was great to be here.
When you came back this year, when you came back to be a part of Baylor basketball this year, was this something you envisioned?
Oh, without a doubt. Davion called me. He said he's coming back. Maceo said he's coming back. We got the band back together. And, we was going to win a national championship. That's what it was all about.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 national champion Baylor Bears.
The power of healing for both the body and mind. This is where it all comes together. Utopia Essentials owner Amber Phelps is mixing up certified organic ingredients to help her customers feel good.
It's got to set the mood, set the tone. I was diagnosed with an autoimmune deficiency in 2014. And one of the doctors that I was lucky enough to come across had informed me that it's not only what you put in your body, but it's what you put on your body.
Determined to make her own life easier, she started researching, which led her to cooking up all natural self-care products.
I have my little cookbook here. I started making them for myself
Then she wound up making products to help her family and friends, which eventually developed into the business she runs today.
So everything is handmade in the store.
The pandemic is actually helping her business now that people are spending more time at home.
Wanting to know more about how to take care of themselves naturally.
Women are the target audience, but she'll soon be catering to men.
Soaps, hand-poured soaps, and beard oil and scalp treatment.
And here's something that could come in handy for everyone.
So if you ever get stung by a bee, if you put mustard, like French's mustard, on your finger, it's supposed to alleviate the pain and the inflammation from being stung.
Phelps offers a lengthy list of all-natural products, including mustard seed muscle soak.
Is good for strained muscles or overworked muscles.
Her overall goal?
Educating people, helping people learn what they can do at home to take care of themselves more naturally.
A standing ovation welcomed in Waco's 28th police chief, Dr. Cheryl Victorian.
I cannot and I will not forget to thank my new Waco PD team. I am surrounded by some extremely talented officers and supervisors, and I'm excited for the opportunity to be your leader.
A historic day for Waco, as Chief Victorian is the city's first ever black and female chief.
For Waco Police Department to have an African-American female chief of police is a red letter day.
Chief Victorian is a 27-year veteran with the Houston Police Department, where she worked her way up from cadet to assistant chief, and now as Waco's chief.
Being the chief of Waco is just a phenomenal accomplishment. I look up to her. She's one of my mentors. To pick someone like her, I think it's phenomenal, not just because she's a black female, but she's an awesome person and an awesome leader.
At the ceremony was Chief Victorian's family, former colleagues, as well as Waco city leaders who say she's paving a new path for the city of Waco.
Dr. Cheryl Victorian was described during the search process by one of the many people in our community that helped us as smart, tough, sensible, and collaborative. Great characteristics of a police chief.
For City Councilwoman Andrea Bearfield, whose mother was the first female black mayor in Waco, the new chief is the next of many steps in having leadership reflect the diversity of the community.
I think it'll have a monumental impact on our community, on young girls, especially young African-American girls, to see someone in leadership that looks like them.
Bearfield believes Chief Victorian's big city experience will provide new, innovative ideas and find ways to improve community policing and recruitment from within Waco. Joe Lopez, 25 News.
1, 2, 3,
Waco!
Some fruit. Say that you want some wisdom too. Say that you want some fruit. Say that you want some wisdom too.
The Tree of Life title is symbolic because it connects to this idea of community and our roots going back to the past. The core or the heart of the community is our present, and the branches are the future.
Under the tree that you want some fruit. So many say that you want some wisdom. Far from his reach. That you want some fruit or not that you want some wisdom. Under the tree.
This mural behind me tells a story of a thriving community due to the uplifting and support of every demographic coming together to celebrate, this rooted African-American culture and history.
Yeah. Tunnel vision got me talking different, like I'm out of English, rooted in additions. Love my hood, all my people winning. When we link, ain't no competition. God is good, so it's understood. Opportunities ain't never slimming. Community is where we learn. Unity is what we earn. Walking through, guess what I heard? This young black boy doing spoken words. Has a legacy, grows from the seed. Flourish to dream like Martin King. So don't believe you can't change a thing. Extend your reach, branch out, don't leave without considering the effort you put in falls back on the next generation of children. Say that you want some fruit. Say that you want some wisdom too. Say that you want some.
It represents the culture and the people that are here, and really just branching out and showing love. And luckily with art, you know, that can mean something different to everyone that sees it.
Yeah.